Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I am coming to you with a special box tour video to mark the glorious milestone of 1,700 login days of Puzzles & Dragons. So I actually hit this milestone I think 2 days ago, but I decided to record this video on stream to share the magic and memories of all my ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience in a live fashion. In addition to that, I also kind of wanted to time it for my delicious rainbow crown, which I can wear on my head. Cue the angelic music. I guess that's angelic music enough. So, in my 1700 days of pad, I actually started playing Puzzles & Dragons because I read a newspaper article talking about the new and latest craze that was sweeping Japan in the mobile game market. Because for the most part, the mobile game market was not very well solidified or that popular for the most part, and let alone having a game of this much complexity and depth as Puzzles & Dragons. So when I got home that evening after getting off the bus, I decided to download Play Pad, and the rest, as you would say, is history. So I actually did achieve my, is it this one? Yeah. Yes, it is. So I actually got crown number 10, which is the rainbow crown, which is, I feel, one of the probably the prettiest crown you can have in North America. There are all these metal crowns above it that some players have, but they're much uglier by comparison, in my opinion. So I look beautiful for the meantime. And if we have a long drought of like 6+ months again of no ranking dungeon, I won't be as upset because I look pretty at this point in time.
Thank you.
So looking at crowns is all fun and dandy, but let us take a look at my monster box. But before I do, I want to showcase what teams I have, and also people can feel free to best friend me if you really, really want to have a sweet Diablos in slot 1. So I usually put Diablos in slot 1. I usually have, well, Edward in slot 2, and Yusuke is generally slot 3 because Yusuke is slot 3/active because Yusuke team is arguably the most popular team at the moment. It's kind of like Dark Athena, but except you actually need to combo, so in a way, it's a little more pretty or wonderful overall. Now, with my Yusuke team, I usually swap out things based on the dungeon at hand. Blue Cotton could become Light Cotton. Odin Dragon usually sticks around. Ape might switch out. Like, the point is, like, Yusuke is so flexible, and you kind of cater into the dungeon at hand. But with that being said, I do kind of like keeping Yuna on there because having a quick shield and fingers is nice because, you know, totally Yusuke has only one time extent. Makes your life a little easier. I still have this Mary team here. I haven't touched her in forever. I used to play Mary extensively back in the day when Colosseum first came out, but unfortunately she's definitely fallen out of favor. I have this sweet Kaede team, which I did accidentally take into 3-player arena once, and I was somehow successful, probably because my teammates were great and helped carry me. I would not recommend it in 3-player arena, but it's good for mindless swipe farming because you have 100 times damage, no skyfalls, pop Zeus, swipe, everyone's happy. I have a Blue Sonya team. This is generally the team I usually use. I haven't touched it in a long time because Yusuke now exists. This is my Edward team. I have no regrets of rolling an Edward. Usually it's not Uranus. I believe my team used to be... I used to have Lightnay on my team, and that's usually what I would... And I had Alphonse and Lightnay, and Yuna and Odin Dragon. That was the team I used to solo farm Altarena, but now I can play Altarena with co-op with myself with double Yusuke. Life is just so much easier. You have more actives, more health, more everything. That's my sweet button team that I've refused to update because it just pays homage to the fact that I actually max skilled lots of Melissas. Clearly that was a wise idea. This is a team of skill boosts. It probably could be a lot better now, but I usually have enough skill boosts anyways, and I don't even bother changing things out. This is a real Kaede team that I usually play in 3-player arena on stream with my viewers. It does pretty well, assuming people leave me Wood Orb so I actually can kill Sopdet. Some people don't, and it makes me sad inside. But the point of the matter is, Kaede is fun to play. It's a little harder to do so. You have to blob your combos and or make multiple wood. It's still fun, does large amounts of damage, enjoyable all around. I used this Diablos team to actually clear Challenge 10. It worked well. Not much more I can say. I've been carrying my mom and Pancake through Challenge 10 of this team and their respective team. Works pretty well. This is my Riku team. This team, when paired to Fantastic, could actually tank DQ, Hera, and Goemon in Altarena without a shield because I put on 2 sweet fire resist latent Tamadras, and that actually enabled me to have enough effective health to tank Goemon's casual 145,000 damaging preemptive. The team worked well because, again, Azoth has this co-op boost awakening, so it is quite nice. But again, Yusuke is better overall, so, you know, just use Yusuke instead of Riku. Like, same damage multiplier, Yusuke has much more concentrated damage because of the fact that you don't need rainbow activation. Yeah, I don't know what this team is, just ignore that exists. I haven't touched Roshana in next to forever. See, I have a lot of team slots now that I don't necessarily use them all. Oh, this one says rank 900. I have no idea what this team was either. Clearly, I'm only using a couple of teams at this point in time. But the point of the matter is, Yusuke's great. Everyone should have traded for him, right? Alright, so let us take a look at my monster box. So, in terms of sorting, I usually sort my like generic full monster box by skill, because when I'm trying to skill up things, it's just easier to find the cards that are skilled match. Not a big deal.
Alert,
and then,
alert.
Wow!
Sensational subscriber detected. Wow! Wow!
Poggers.
And wow, thank you, Ice Blast, for becoming a sensational subscriber for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12, not 13, not 14, not 15, not 16, not 17, not 18, not 19, but 20 delicious, glorious months all in a row. Thank you very much, Ice Blast, for all of your continuous support. You are still on my friends list. I almost deleted you because you didn't best friend me. Heart hurts. But I still kept you around because I love you so much. Alrighty, so back to the monster box. Box tour. So, I get a lot of already made / already evolved cards from Alt Arena, because when you clear Alt Arena, you get to pull a special egg machine, and you can get evolved forms of various, sometimes challenging to evolve farmable cards. In theory, if you clear Alt Arena enough times, you never actually have to go farm dungeons for monster evolution materials that you can get as Descend boss drops. But again, not everyone can farm Alt Arena. I feel that sorting by pluses is probably more relevant because it kind of shows the more quote-unquote important cards all around. So, I used to use Krishna back in the day when Krishna was relevant and meta. It was great. It could play through Arena 3 at the time with reasonable consistency outside of getting Hera Dragon, which you just lost to and you just cried yourself to sleep at night. But other than that, Krishna was great. I had 2 Sonatas. I have another Sonata somewhere. I don't know what they're doing. 2 number 6s, not 6 number 6s, thankfully. But if you look at Evo Search, I have 4 number 6s in total. I know I didn't use Diara because I didn't bother with it, because I somehow don't have a Diara on Mantastic. So I had less motivation overall. I have a Matcha who I haven't really used, unfortunately. We don't talk about Manticore Oki because I'm clearly a lazy pad player. Clearly. I have a Shiva Dragon, which I never used, and I bought way too late to miss out on all the earlier ranking dungeons, because I think I've missed like 5 or 6 crowns in total, and because of that, I feel a little sad inside, because Shiva Dragon would have helped, because basically most of the crowns I missed were at the very beginning of when crowns first came out. I didn't try hard enough, and I didn't necessarily have the right teams, and maybe I didn't puzzle well enough either, so multiple factors kind of kept me away from my first few crowns. And that is true. I don't know Brachydios or Grimjaw, so technically Manticore has less value for myself overall, technically. Yeah, you totally think I have good luck, Oki. I don't feel like that's not going to happen, unfortunately. I have, well, 2 evolved Machine Goemons max skilled. I have 1 unevolved max skilled. I probably have another one chilling out somewhere. He may not be max skilled, though. But in theory, you want to have usually 2 evolved and 2 unevolved Machine Goemons for sweet Glavenus Hunter farming. Alright, in terms of my water cards, it used to be very Mary-oriented, but before Mary, I actually used Sarasvati quite extensively. Probably this Sarasvati. And it was amazing. At the time, 3 water combos was, I believe, 100 times damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 100 times damage. And at the time, 100 times damage for only 9 water orbs was incredibly powerful. She was a fantastic glass cannon. Obviously, in solo mode, it was much riskier, but you did have lots of skill boosts. You have 3 skill boosts in this form, so it made a big deal. Anubis. I have Amatsu on my other account and Diablos on this account, Oki. So clearly they're not on the same account, so I clearly am not whale status. I'll sort by monster points soon. I max skilled this Callie by feeding duplicate coloring book Callies to her. It felt kind of good, but I never actually used her. I can bust a nut every once in a while. This nut, I haven't changed this nut to a different evolution yet. Actually, never mind. There's no new evolution yet for nut. I keep getting mixed up. I have Yumasachi. Yamasachi, I used to use the Wonder Boys, again, long time ago when glass cannons actually were kind of the viable things because we didn't have like these crazy high defensive multipliers. And ironically, Yamasachi still doesn't necessarily do that much damage in this day and age. And the fact that they have no defensive multiplier and are orb hungry and challenging to activate makes them truly a nightmare at this point in time. Elimination. You could eliminate that problem by having Yusuke. Or pairing any combo leader of Diablos. That also works. I have double Blondie. I got a Distal. I have Neptune, who I've almost never really used at all. I never use cheese teams, which is just something I don't do. I have got 2 carrots, because, you know, gotta have those vegetables. I have 2 Pixel Rinoas, and then I got Yusuke, so it didn't actually matter at that point in time. I have I have 2 of these cards. Tethys, name I can't pronounce. Basically, they void color absorb, and that can be useful for when you're farming for dungeons such as Machine Hera, Machine Goemon, or you're playing through a content where Noah Dragon's a guaranteed spawn. Those sort of ideas, it can make your life a little bit easier. Alright, in terms of wood, I've got TARDIS, which is kind of the big deal overall, in all honesty. Odin Dragon, I've got this sweet Gunma, who does not have an evolution for some strange reason, because, you know, it's only been how long? We don't mind. We have Best Cat, which is not quite where we want her to be in terms of meta relevancy. I've got the Kushinada Hime. She's pretty. She has damage control. Damage control is not as relevant because we have follow-up attacks. We have void damage penetration, and we have Fujin style active skills, which I still don't own on this account. I have no Fujin style active skill, which is a little depressing. I got the Ragnarok Dragon from the monthly quest, and he actually hits harder than number 6 against gods because I got God Killer Super Awakening as well as triple latent God Killers. I've got a Kaede, which I showed before. I actually have a Sheen as well, so I have Carrot and Sheen, so I can inherit them as needed depending on the team in terms of what awakenings I have more. If I have more time extends, inherit Sheen, inherit Carrot if there are more skill boosts. In terms of light, I used to use Edward quite extensively. Now I use Yusuke more just because Mantastic has Yusuke and I can pair with myself. Makes a big difference. I love my Yuna. She's got 4 fingers, something I wish Mantastic had. It had Dragon Killers, which were at the time very important to me because I didn't have any good Dragon Killing card. But now with Yusuke, it's just, I have so many Dragon Killers now, for the most part. In Full Metal Alchemist, I did actually roll a lot. Oh, I rolled quite a bit, and I did get quite lucky. I got Edward and Alphonse, and I avoided the other 6 stars. Fantastic, unfortunately, got 2 King Bradleys. So hopefully if Full Metal Alchemist comes back and I can trade in, I could trade those King Bradleys, but Edward may not even be relevant at that point in time. We don't know. Could be a future thing. We never know. I've got Tachibana. I've got a DQXU, who I used to use actually quite extensively back in the day. Never really, like, it was great at the time. Look at those SDRs I put on her, because I actually used her as a traditional leader. It was great, but unfortunately fell behind over time. And yes, Izanagi is a tragic card. He was max skilled. I evolved him. I think I used him every once in a while, but I rarely used him. Miru is better, really, and Miru is going to become even stronger when her new evolution comes out at some point in time. I've got the single Diao Chan. I got the young little Lolly Dragon. I've got my sweet 5 Orfarian team, which I farmed like over a year ago, which was really cool back then, but not as cool now just because, well, I've actually rolled a full Orfarian. Like, I could evolve 1 Orfarian from this Rare Monster Carnival event. I just got 5 Orfarian parts this event, so technically it's an Orfarian. I still need to kind of put my extra 297s into my 297 folder. I've got Triple Haku, which is great for Dark Athena when she came out back in the day. I've got Uranus, which is cool and all. I've got Durga, who has nice assets, but unfortunately is outclassed by better leaders. No Skyfalls do hurt your overall damage output, which is a little sad in all honesty. I've got my knees on knees, which is important for kneesception. I've got Sweet Satan, which I just took the plus 297 that dropped from the campaign and evolved it. I felt good, then I realized I have 99 recovery, and it's completely horrible at this point in time. I know, elimination. Dark Athena buff. Oh wait, she doesn't. She gets a buff, but oh wait, it's pretty terrible. Oh, I do have 2 Vitras, so they're not too bad actually at all. I've got triple Pandoras, so I actually used to make a pretty interesting Cosmic Trinity Dark Metatron team where I had all these Pandoras, and I actually mathed out my damage to actually kill, well, not Azoth, of course, but the other 2 spawns efficiently, which was actually kind of interesting. And hello, Lucille. Welcome back to the stream. I got Pixel Sephiroth, which is great at the time, but then Yusuke is just a better Pixel option for myself overall. Machine Hair is sweet. I farmed a bit with her a long time ago. Now, she's not max skill anymore. I think she got a buff. Yeah, she did. She got a lot of buffs. Clearly, I don't really care about it. In terms of this, I'm going to sort by health, and I'm going to put all my extra 297s into my folder. Where are those 297s at? I could definitely combine a bit more if I really wanted to. So in terms of 297 fodder, I have many more I could definitely throw in here, but the Palag machine has been quite friendly to me, so I've actually acquired lots of 297s for minimal effort, which was nice. This prize tab was holding my radar dragons. It was cool when Arena 3 was the hardest thing in the game. It felt impressive at the time. I've max skilled a Gaia Dragon, which has absolutely no practical use, really. Sadly, Noah Dragon is not max skilled, which is kind of sad, because Noah Dragon actually has some use, but Gaia Dragon loves me so much. Hephaestus Dragon is like, I never get him skilled up, because he never drops, because he was the bane of my existence back in the day. And hello, Dukester, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing today? Let's take a look at my evolution materials. Evolution material stacking was the best thing that could have ever happened to me because I gained 600 plus box space and allowed me to actually open up all of my mail, which is like 400 pieces of mail, and I still have a healthy amount of box space. I don't have to worry. I could even make it smaller if I condense my pluses, but in no rush or hurry because plus bank will come before I even get full is my guesstimate. But I have 55 angelets and only 5 devilets, which is kind of interesting. And thank you, Demo Nerd, for becoming a fantastic follower. I've got, well, I only have 2 Orpharian heads because I don't play Colosseum anymore. But I have, outside of the heads, I have enough limbs to make 3 Orpharians. I'm pretty sure with Fantastic, I can trade things around, make many Orpharians if that was my desire. I could probably trade Orpharians away if people like that as well. I have some Blue Hunter furs, which I don't know if they're even popular still. Maybe people need them still. I don't know, but I'm grateful for material stacking. In terms of this, I have quite a few number of killer latent Tamadras. Quite a few latent Tamadras. I can't wait for these to stack as well. I've got lots of machine killers because I don't play I don't play Colosseum anymore, which is where it was usually most helpful. I've got only 5 god killers, only 5 devil, and only 2 dragons, so I'm actually in shortage of those ones, unfortunately. Maybe I'll trade things around in the future. I got lots of SDRs. Actually, no, I have only 35. It used to be a lot. I've been throwing them around. I have some King Tamadras, some Fingers, and I got not that many Tamadras. Fantastic at one point had 200 Tamadras, which is impressive. And here I've got lots of Snow Globes. They're nice. I don't have that many things to work on, so in theory, the Snow Globes do run out. Oh, I could sell this for coins. Oh, maybe I should do that. I could be rich. I've got 107 bad peas. Wonder if these will ever stack. Box space would be so wonderful back in the day. And I guess last but not least, I guess I can look through my friends list because that is important. So I pretty much am always at 300 friends list. And at this point in time, I only can really accept people who can best friend me because I do have a large number of best friends. So it's getting to the point where it's challenging to delete some people at this point in time. Like if I were to scroll through my friends list, like I'm sorting by favorites, so it's only best friends at the top. And we're scrolling through the blue section. Oh, look, we're in the yellow. It's Edwards. Oh, look. Oh, wait. Are we ready for Yusuke? Are you ready for Yusuke? Still Yusuke. Is there more Yusuke? There's still more Yusuke. How much more Yusuke is there? How many more Yusuke's? Does this ever end? This is like Dark Athena all over again, ladies and gentlemen. Yusuke? Still Yusuke. Still Yusuke. Oh, look, we stopped. We're out of the Yusuke's. And now you have the spicy Izanagi just chilling out there as well. They haven't logged in for 35 days. I don't know what happened to them. I usually give best friends at least a month before I think about deleting them. Still going through my best friends. Getting there, like, getting tired from scrolling. Woof! Woof! I think my mom called Yusuke "you suck" once, because that's where I get my bad pronunciation from. She's called him so many different things, like, she called him Yusuku, "you suck," and many different things. And we have some sweet Dark Athena still, ladies and gentlemen. She might make some resurgence when her new evolution comes out. I'm still in my best friends, though. This is great. Still in my best friends. We're almost at the end of best friends, though. I need more best friends. I need more PAL points, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get enough, unfortunately. Oh, it ends right there. So I'm very close to the bottom of my list in terms of best friends left over, which is kind of cool in my opinion. And I guess like one last thing that might be interesting is I can show who's added. So I added Fantastic. Basically, Fantastic was created 1,000 I missed some login days clearly. Well, wait, no. Actually, no, I didn't, because I did this box review a couple days after 1700 days. But that Mantastic followed suit playing pad basically like 50 odd, basically like 42 odd days after Fantastic. Or whenever. I don't even know. Math can be hard. But Mantastic started playing quite quickly after I started playing. And then ZTO has been a champion. He's been on my friends list since the beginning, basically. He's been like the longest lasting friend that I've kept on my friends list that still plays on a regular basis, which I think is pretty cool overall. So like, oh, that's why Spicy's still there. Spicy's been on my friends list forever. 1,583 days ago, that Spicy is Anagi. So, doing 3 things in eliminations, we will make room for you after this video. So, to all of you ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience, hopefully you all have a mantastic day. I wish you all the best of luck in your own pad adventures. Let me know how long you've been playing pad in the comments. Like, have you exceeded my 1,700 days, or are you still trying to catch up, which you really can't, because in theory I'll just get further ahead. But regardless, I wish you all the best of luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.